Away with your weapon! I mean you no harm!
Hey, it's the Backyard Ufologist! Yay!
Hi.
Yay!
Good evening, Dave. Everything's running smoothly. The Force will be with you. Always.
Live long and prosper.
Admiral says he's got to be a raider.
Well, how the fuck did it get in so close without being detected?
His brain is gone.
The Emperor has been expecting you.
I'll never join you!
Hello, this is David, the Backyard Ufologist, having fun today. It's so hot, we're delirious here. I appreciate everybody joining me, I really do. And thank you so much for watching my videos. I've got like 1,100 more hours to go. So people are watching, so I sure do appreciate it. That gives me a little encouragement. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, give a thumbs up, and most of all, tell us what you think that you are seeing. Participate, people. I do appreciate it very much. I really do. A lot going on out there. It's very hot. Man, I almost got dehydrated last night out there. It was so hot, it's like a sauna. I'm just not used to it. You know, I was born in Alabama and raised and lived down there. And I've been up here for over 20 years. So I've gotten used to the New England weather. So this is really hot when it gets like 92 and the humidity is up so high. I believe it's going to start raining. It's so humid right now. It was raining about 10 miles from here. So it's coming, I do believe. A lot of political stuff going on. I had to laugh. I watched a little bit of that William Barr questioning by the Democrats. It's time to get some new Democrats in there, some young folks that are eager and will have a government. You know, this is no government what they're doing, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I mean, just watch it. You can see it's just it's very tyrannic. It's unfair. You know, whoever's guilty or not, let them speak. At least let them speak. What's going on in this country, man? It's crazy. They got an agenda. We're going to do it whether you like it or not. That's what I see. So maybe it will change. I pray that it does, and I pray for those folks too. I pray for them because they need it bad. I hope their eyes are open. They probably are. It's probably got to do with power, control, and greed. You know, life's too short. I mean, you're here one second, you're gone the next. They need to keep that in mind, you know. Well, anyway, it's always a circus. You know, I had to laugh because of what was going on, but it's scary and it's sad. I see how revelations come about. It's really easy to see. Just spread love and light. Don't participate in that stuff. Even if you just have to block somebody, you know, just go on with yourself or stay off social media, you know, if you can't handle it. That's me. You know, I'm getting where I stay off of it. You know, I'm on there from time to time, a little bit, every once in a while, and what I see is very, very bad. I love talking about flying saucers, UFOs, the paranormal, and it always turns to politics. I don't understand. Well, you know, it does scratch the surface on politics a lot when you're talking about the UFOs. So they want to control all that too. What you know, what they'll let out. Of course, we have technologies that they're hiding. It could change a lot in our life. People even die because of that, of power, control, and greed. It's sad. You know, history is it's gonna be written about what's happening right now in the future, and people are gonna look back on it. People are gonna learn this in schools. I'm telling you, it's that bad. This is biblical times, folks. What an exciting time to be alive. Don't get mad, just watch and see what's going on, and say, I was there. I saw it happen. But anyway, don't get yourself upset and react to people's behavior, because it's really easy to do. Pray, meditate, show love and light. Don't throw your pearls to swine, because they'll throw it back at you and devour you. Satan's time is very short. He's walking back and forth on this earth because he knows his time is short. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a very exciting time here in the next 5 months or so, even shorter than that. First of all, I want to say hello to Bruce Sees All up in Montreal, Canada. And I've been with him since day one. I subscribed to him when he bought his new 14-inch telescope. And it's been a few years, like 3 or 4 years now, hasn't it, Bruce? But anyway, he contacted me and said I was doing a great job and I needed that kind of encouragement. And I do appreciate you, Bruce. I really do. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for the shout out. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to see a couple of videos. They're very short, of some UFOs that I caught, what I could catch anyway, and lots of orbs, pictures, not many, so it's going to be a short show. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here's our first picture, or our first video. This was a few months ago, and I went out. This thing was way over here, and I caught it. I had to run in to get the camera, and it had made it all the way over to here before I got there. So I did zoom in on it, and I zoomed in a little bit more with the editor, and you can see the lights are rotating all the way around it. You can't hear any engine noise or anything like that. This was strobes that were going all around this ship, and I've seen this before. This is either a Palladian ship, I believe, or either the Space Force. I'm thinking Palladian, and you can see the energy that was coming off that sucker. It was a big ship, and coming right over the Hammonasset Ley Line like it always does. And it was a pretty ship, and lots of lights, and it's lit up. You can see the purple, the pinks, the gold. That's a sign of the Palladians right there for sure. Here's our second one, and I have the laser, and you can see it right here. Look at this thing hauling butt, man. It is going fast, and it's coming right over the top of me. It did this the last video, and as you can see, it's kind of elongated, and you can see it comes down into a delta in the back, delta wing. I slowed it down where you can see it. You see that? Isn't that cool? It almost looks like a rocket taking off, doesn't it? But yeah, it has the delta wings in back. I come around as it's coming over the top of me, and I'm shining the light at him again, and here it is. And I zoom in with the editor again. It's kind of hard to see, but it's going up into space, so it's getting higher and higher. That's why it starts to get smaller and dimmer, because it was going up into space. And that was the videos for this show. Now here is some pictures, and I had to show this. Isn't this wild? Check this out. There's a deer in the fairy circle. Here's the vortex portal area, and I don't know, I was looking at this, and there's something sticking out or coming around the quartz boulder right here, and it looks like I interrupted them. They were talking, and you can see there's like eyes and a face right here. I don't know what this is. I see this flying around out there. It was obviously talking to the deer, or the deer was talking to it, or both, So I wanted to show that, and as I just kept looking around, I said, well, what is this right in here? You can see that that is a lioness. See the feline being the ears, the two eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the leg comes down, and then over here it looks like it's kind of a lion. See the nose right here in the mouth, And the two eyes, this is the lion and this is the lioness. You see it right there? You can really see it good right there. And I kept looking and I go, wow, the quartz boulder looks like the body and that looks like the tail. Wow. I see some weird stuff out there. Now, I'm pretty sure that's just a coincidence, but you can see this is real and this is supernatural. Here's your natural deer out there, and they always come into the fairy circle. And even when there's no food around, and the only food around is bird seed. So if they eat bird seed, more power to them. But that's my first picture. Oh, let's look at the orb real fast. I want to show you the orb too. Oh, see, it's a guy in here. Eye, nose, and a big mustache right there. I think he's probably bald-headed. And then you can see another eye right here, and it just didn't come through. This is the way it looks in our reality. Isn't that wow? Eye, nose, and the mouth, the head, and his neck comes down, and there's a little dog, it looks like here, 2 eyes and a big old black nose right there. Isn't that something? Looks like some ET standing right here, and it looks like he's working some kind of controls right there. You see that? He's got his back to us, a little something on his head, and he's looking at 2 screens right there, and he's probably flying this thing, or it's the portal which he can see through all the way from wherever he is to right here on the Hammonasset Ley Line. Isn't that something? I had to show that. Okay, this is probably the sky, because I get out there around 4:30 in the morning, and sometimes the sky will be blue there in the east, of course. And this is an orb, and I'm going to let you can screen shoot it and look at it to your heart's desire. But I kept looking at it, and I said, well, wait a minute, this is 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth, and a beard. This is some kind of master right here, you see. But when I bring it in, zoom it in a little bit, you can see there's something right here. I don't know what these things are. You can see there's something here. And what else do we have? Oh yeah, I see this thing a lot around in orbs. It's like a worm. You see it comes down like this and around. See this? And the face right there almost looks like the caterpillar that's on Alice in Wonderland. If he had a bong pipe or something, that a hookah, whatever you call it, smoking, it would be right on time. But that does look like him right there. And okay, what else? We have 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth here. We have the number 3 right there. That's some wild stuff, I'm going to tell you. You probably see more stuff than I do. See the 2 eyes right here, and the alien head and the neck that comes down. And okay, it was a dog. Yeah, this is it. The dog right here. You can see that. Looks like it's got its mouth open and the 2 ears. It's really wild, isn't it? Okay, here's the ear, and here's an ear. Here's an eye, here's an eye. This is the snout, here's the nose, and here's the mouth that's open. You see right there? That's a dog. And you'll miss it if you don't really look at it very closely. Like this guy, 2 eyes, nose, and a big smile. And here's a guy right here with glasses on. See the nose and the mouth right there? Yeah, there's all kind of people. Now look at this, the 2 eyes and the beak, and this looks like a wing. Here's his head. That's some kind of bird. Wild stuff here. It's all kind of different stuff here. So I'll let you check that out. Okay? Alrighty. Alright, let's move on here. Oh, this is really dark, and this is the fairy circle right here. That's a bird feeder, and I think the wind chimes or something. Is that? No, okay, that's an orb that hadn't came in all the way to this reality. Okay, let's look at this one first. And you can see there's a guy here, entity, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth, looking through a black hole or something, a portal within a portal. These are just dimensions overlooking dimensions right here. And you can see 2 eyes and a big nose right here, and this is the mouth, or that's the mouth. Who knows? Look at this guy right here looking through in a little scene in this square right here. and right here, and then there's two right here, the eye, mouth, eye. You see the ear and the mouth right there. Something looks like it's flying through this black hole right here. But like I said, you can just screenshot it, look at it yourself, and see all of these things in it. It's really wow. It's really cool, man. And then look at this guy. It looks like he's got a patch over his eye, nose, and a mustache. There's his hair. You can see him pretty as you please. There's another black hole with something trying to come through there. And there's a woman right here. See her eye, nose, and the hair right here. Here's her arm and her body. And she's got a shield or a bug or something that she's holding with her other hand, and her legs are right there. You can see that as pretty as you please. Look at this guy with the glasses on right there, or their goggles or something, I don't know. But you can see there's something right here with lots of arms, and there's an ET right there. But yeah, you can see that guy really easy. And I think we have another one. Yeah, there it is right there. This is really cool. And it's something standing here. You see the two eyes, you see the goatee and the hair. It kind of looks like Steven Seagal, doesn't it? That's what I thought it was at first. I said, man, that looks like Steven Seagal. But no, he's still alive and everything, but this may be somebody else. And then there's a little person in shorts right here with long hair, and they're looking right at us too. You see the legs coming down, and there's one right here, two eyes, nose, and a big smile right there. And here's one right here. It's got a hat on, two eyes, nose, and a mouth. It looks like there's a new sheriff in town here. It does, doesn't it? It's crazy. And then here's E.T. He's got his neck slanted a little bit, two eyes, the really dark eyes there. And the nose and the mouth looks like he's smiling. But look at this. Do you see all this stuff in here? You see the buildings, the scene of a city right here? This is like a portal that opens somewhere, and it could be in another galaxy. You know, it's like wormholes or something. But yeah, these are like city buildings right here. You see right there? So I wanted to show that. And there's an ET, eye, nose, and mouth. If you just look, just keep looking, you can see all of this stuff that's in there. This is not dust. This is not bugs. This is not moisture. This is spiritual dimensional travelers, folks. If you do not believe that and think it's pareidolia, okay, that's great. But me, I'm out there, I feel it, and I know that they're real. And here's one I brought up. I tried to bring up closer. I cut it out of a picture that was dark, and this was the only one in there. And do you see the eye, nose, and the mouth right there? And you see the ears right there? And it looks like there's like two people right here. This looks like a cat, a feline being, two eyes, nose, and a mouth. And see the whiskers right there? And the two ears right there. We have a lot of feline beings. And look at this one right here. It looks like a feline being right here with two ears. We have a lot of cats and big cats out there, feline beings. Sometimes they're standing up and they look like humans. You know, they are the protectors, and they show up at Esetti Ranch, James Gillian's place in Trout Lake, Washington State, a lot. They just show up in person. He said he'd be walking sometimes and they just started appearing right next to him walking. And he's been on board their ships, and he couldn't remember a lot, and he had been there before. One ran across the ship and gave him a big hug because she knew him, but he didn't know her, but he hugged her. And I think that's a drawing or a picture they have of that entity, that feline being. See, the feline beings were protectors of kings and emperors and princes and princesses, and you see them in paintings, ancient paintings like in India and China. There are probably some here in the United States too, from years gone by, but they're sitting on the big throne, and the chairs have a lot of food around them and a lot of people, and they're dressed and have jewelry and all kind of different stuff. They're very tall. They are the extraterrestrial. They could even be watchers for the supreme creator God. So that's what I'm saying. You know, I really believe that. And when you call on the felines to come, they come. And if you watched any of my videos, go watch them. They show up in ectoplasm. I mean, the big heads, and they're looking at us, and they're showing you that they're there. So I'm telling you, this stuff is real. It's really going on. And I guess when it's time, somebody will come and investigate. Okay, so keep that in mind. Watch some of my videos, you know. Watch where I put the feline beings in the title and stuff. If I'm doing that, it's a good catch, that's for sure. And they come in spirit form here too. So, I mean, you might as well look at it. It's true. All right. What did I see here? This is the fairy circle, the wind chimes, the bird feeder. That's the little fairy my wife put on the quartz boulder on the very small fairy circle. We see a lot of stuff there. And this is looking at a different angle. I'm usually over here. I'm taking a picture this way to see if I can catch anything different, and taking a picture of the trees because I see a lot of stuff in these trees. But there was something flying around here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to bring this up closer, and bringing it in closer where you can look at it. Now these wings, or whatever it is, arms or whatever, is it a little ship? I don't know. Maybe we are the giants, like I always say. But symmetrical wing right there, no dihedral in it. And you see the eye, nose, and the mouth, and the arms and legs all right there coming right at me. Look at that. Isn't that something? So I don't know if this is a fairy, a ship, or a bug. You know, I don't think it's a bug. You know, but it looks like it's spiritual to me, and it's there by itself coming right at me. That thing's huge. Look at that. Yeah, it's some kind of spiritual entity. Now, this is around 4:30 in the morning right here. And I believe this is Mars right there, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, here is a orb, and I wanted to show 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth, and he's got something beside him right there. And that looks like one of the Ascended Masters. And here's an entity here, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth, and you see the weird ears right there. They're weird to us because they're not like us. We haven't seen any of this stuff. Like this right here, 2 eyes and a nose. This looks like a canine, which canines may be a lot different than the ones that are here on Earth. They could be like, you know, the Jedi. They could be extraterrestrial and a Jedi. You know how it is in Star Wars? Well, it could be the same here. And look at this cat. See? I mean, this is just undeniable. See the ear, eye, nose, and the mouth right there? That is a feline being right there. And the master in front, in the middle there. And it's a beautiful sky. Oh, let's see this one up here. I'm about to miss this one. Oh, yeah. See the eye, nose, and the mouth. I don't know what that is, but you can see some ears coming up there. This is an orb, and I believe it's on the move. It looks a little feline-ish, and it looks like there's almost 2 entities in one right there. And that Merkaba is full for sure. I wanted to show that one. And here's the fairy circle all lit up. And I have to show you this. This is what I was talking about. I see so many things in these trees. These trees are portals, I'm going to tell you. Not really much to see in this orb. I didn't see. I could see half of a dog or a wolf or something there. And then some person right in here, you can barely make them out. You see the mouth and the nose, and the eyes are covered up. This is because of dimensions, overlapping dimensions. And you can see this guy, he is in a Knights Templar suit right here, and his back's to us. See the belt going around, and then the big cross or the X right there, something going around his shoulder. I see that a lot here. I see a lot of that. And there's a guy right there with a big beard, probably an Ascended Master. But I said, well, wait a minute. Let me say, whoa, what is this? Now, can this be like a salamander? You know, it will change like the octopuses do, that it changes into their environment, like one of the little green lizards we used to play with that would change colors. See the head right here, the eye, nose, and the mouth, the shoulders, and the arms up, and it looks like he's coming out of the tree or just sitting up there looking right at me. Look at that. So I wanted to show that. That could be some pareidolia. Yeah, but I don't know. It could be. A lot of people are telling me, like Tim Badrick on Twitter. You need to check out. He's only on Twitter, and he has a lot of pictures he takes. And he says, David, man, that's portal. That is real beings that are in your trees right there. So it could be. I don't know, but look at this beauty right here. 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth right there. You can see that looks like an entity. Maybe they're gremlins. I don't know. Look at this one. 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth right there, and the arm going around. So it could be. I wanted to show it anyway. I wanted to show it and show everybody. And then you can see on other pictures it's not there. So, yeah. I do believe it for sure. See, it's not there now. Okay, now this one here is an orb in the middle here. It's hard to see. This is that portal, but you see the eye, nose, and the mouth, and he's got something going around him. Look at the big head right here. Yeah, this is some kind of entity right here, and he looks pretty angry, doesn't he? That doesn't mean that he is. You know what I mean? They may look that way. They may be benevolent, because that's what we do. We ask benevolent entities only to come here. Christ conscience, that believe that Jesus Christ came here in the flesh, and they guard this area also. But yeah, you can tell that that's an entity. It looks like he's got something in his mouth right there. Those look like chicken feet or something. He may be eating something. We called him eating, and he didn't like it too much, huh? I don't know. Could be. And see, this is that tree, and then it looks like something totally different now. Isn't that wow? That's where that other one was. Yeah, it was right there. It wasn't there. Okay, I see that now. Now, what I wanted to show you, this is the portal, the vortex, okay? Crazy, man. I got to look and see the ear here. Here's another ear. Look at the eye, nose. Isn't that a little lamb? Mary lost a little lamb. It's right here in the portal. And then there's a little something right here with the feathers coming off, and you see the eye, and it comes down like that. And if you just look, it may be just this whole thing could be that. I don't know, but you can see there's something going on here. That IR camera really picks this stuff up. Look at this eye, nose, and a mouth, and it looks like it's coming around this way. So I don't know, something coming up out of the portal right there. And I think it was one more thing, wasn't it? Right in here I wanted to show. But you can see all of these faces and stuff. This is a portal, and you've seen the stuff shoot up out of it, going all the way up into space. I've showed you that over 5 times. I know if you've watched my videos, you've seen them coming out of the trees 2 different times, coming up out of the ground 4 or 5 times at different times. And we have showed you that. And I believe that's it for this one. And here's a couple of orbs. I don't think they're all the way into this reality, but it looks like the arm is up. It looks like they're in a cloak, some kind of robe or something here, and it looks like they could be singing. 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth open, singing. I don't know, not quite human. And then if you look really closely inside that, these are dimensions, overlapping dimensions. You see an eye here, nose, and a mouth right there. You can just see all kind of different stuff in here. But yes, these are portals also. And here's another orb that just didn't quite make it into this reality. 2 ears, the 2 eyes, the nose, the mouth right there. That looks like some kind of canine, a dog right there to me. And here's the portal, and crazy stuff going on right there. I don't know what that is. It's all spiritual right there. It's all kind of different stuff coming up. There's some kind of entity standing there. I've seen this before. You see the 2 eyes, nose, and mouth, the 2 ears. That looks like one of the full human feline being right there. and it could be in something right here that he's in front of, or he's riding, or something right there. Yeah, it could be a lion. It looks like a lion. See, I can see the nose and the mouth. You keep looking at it, the mane, and with some straps or something. He's riding something right there. Yeah, you can tell that that's the spirit right there. It's really easy to see. Okay, now this is really cool. Here's an orb, and you can see, I think these are two people or two entities in here. I hear a nose and a mouth, and I believe there's one underneath that too. I was tuning it in. There's one right here, I believe, and you see his shoulders right here, you see his hair, and then there's one right here, there's one right here, there's something right here, and you see on the edge 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth. It's full of entities, and this is some kind of dimensional traveler right here. So I was looking down here. You can see the eyes, the nose, and the mouth coming up out of the portal right there. And look what else we got here. We got a rabbit. This is really cool. And look at this 2 eyes, nose, and mouth. There's something riding him or something. But okay, but look right here. He's looking, and look what's right next to him. You see this laying here? This could be a fox, a wolf, a pup, a feline being. I don't know. See the ears, the 2 eyes, the nose, the mouth. This is a spiritual being right here. And here's another one right here. Look. See the eye, the 2 ears, and he's looking down. See the legs right here. Here's the body. Here's an ear, and he's looking down at it right there. Yeah, isn't that really cool? The IR camera, folks. This is the IR camera. Now you can really tell that that's a cat right there. See it? I tell you, these cats show up. This looks like this could be some kind of goat or something. See the eye? And see the ears right there? Looking right at him. And something riding. That looks like some kind of elf. See the ears? Could be riding the rabbit right there. And then over here is an orb that I almost missed. And you see the eye, nose, and the mouth. You see the hair going that way. You see that? And see all the designs and stuff of different places. You can see these platforms there going way up in the sky somewhere. And right here, somebody looking at a screen, or probably driving here. Look at this window and this right here. It looks like a roof or something. And then you can see people right here, eye, nose, and a mouth, all kind of different entities right here. The IR camera is picking up, and I tell you, you can see them right here. See right here, somebody is sitting right here. Wow, huh? Wow, look at this guy. Looks like he's over here waving or showing his muscles to us. Look at that. You know, you can call it pareidolia if you want to. Look at this guy. 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth. And look, you can see his collar and his shirt right here coming up out of the vortex. And you want to call that pareidolia? These are people. These are entities here, folks. Okay, you can. If you don't want to believe it, that's fine. You want to say that's an artifact, that's just crazy stuff. Okay, that's cool. But I believe it. And you can call me crazy or whatever. Yeah, I don't care. But they're there. And that's for sure. Did I see that one right there? Yeah, we just saw that. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything. And here's an orb on the ground, resting. Like I said, this is a benevolent area for benevolent entities. They come here and recharge. You can see them glowing blue sometimes. They're recharging from the quartz boulders. It's so cool. And I've showed you that a couple of times. And this is like some kind of entity here. You can't really make it out all that good, but an eye here, nose, and eye, nose, and a mouth right there. Eye, nose, and his mouth is covered up there, but you can see there is stuff there coming up out of the vortex. Now, this right here is, I want to get a closer look at this if I can, is I see this thing flying around for years. And this is like a cat. See the ear and the ear, and you can't really make out the face or the mouth, but you can tell that's cat. and this got some kind of clothes on right here. You can see that, and then there's the legs, and it flies around. I've seen it in thunderstorms when it was lightning out. I've got pictures of it on other shows that I have done, and it's streaking around. It's so cool, but I catch this a lot, and here it is right there. And look how far away this is. This is a long way. This is pretty big, and he's flying around as usual. These may be wings right here, so I don't know, but hopefully one day they'll get closer where I can see them better. Okay, that's it for today. So that's the show for today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did bringing it to you. I sure do appreciate everybody out there, everybody on social media that talk about the paranormal and flying saucers and planets and all kind of different stuff. Comments. We have a good time talking about that, that's for sure. On Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, Parlor, gosh, it's just so many. It's so time consuming too, and some of the people, I try to get back to you sometime. I've had a couple offers to be on a show and be interviewed, so I've got two, and I said you're gonna have to send me the dates. I know it's next month, so I'm not worried about it right now, so we will check that out. I just really, on my channel, my last video, I'd like to say hello to my supporters. They're very continuing support is very, very much appreciated from me. I do appreciate you. I was getting ready to quit, and all the good, kind words and email I got, I said, man, I'm going to hang in there a little bit longer. Horror Goddess, Skylights UFO, Orb Whisper, he's got a great channel. Go check out Orb Whisper. He controls them with his mind. You just got to go see it. Orb Whisper. And Orb's Realm, which is Brandon in the UK. He is a mad lad. That's what I call him. He's really kind of pissed at the government. He has good reason to be too. So once you join him, you'll understand. Haunted Ramblings, very much a big supporter. I do appreciate it. Mark Swarbrick, I sure do appreciate you. You have been around a long time, and I appreciate it. KaWo TV, Mark, he is with the paranormal investigation team that we're going to do an investigation, and they fell through the night they were supposed to come, if you remember that. He's coming back, and he's got a whole new setup and everything, and he was coming the first week in June. I think it was June 6th, and the coronavirus, so and it was a lot of protesting and stuff going on around where we live down the street towards New York City. And he didn't want to risk leaving his family, and I don't blame him. So he is coming again soon. So when it's, the way I look at it, it'll happen when it's time, and that's for sure. They were here, and they did a preliminary, and they caught a lot of stuff. I'll let him tell you about it. I always love the third party with somebody that's not emotionally involved. It's really cool. Darla Lama, I appreciate you. You've been around a long time. And my buddy JBD, Camo Man 73, great guy, very knowledgeable about YouTube, and he's really told me some really good things to help me out. South Cac, Tammy, appreciate that. Ash WD, and I appreciate you. All the other supporters that come also, I do appreciate you very much. You just don't know. All right. Hey, I hope you enjoyed it. Be careful for the rest of the week. We'll see you around Friday or Saturday. This is David, the Backyard Ufologist, saying show love and light. Bye-bye, everybody.